In this session, we are going to solve a cloze test. So first of all, what is a cloze test? It is an unseen passage where you have to get the theme of the passage, and based upon that, you have to fill the blanks which are given to you from the various options. So the first step you have to do is to skim the whole passage to get the gist of the passage. Let's move on to the passage. So you can skim the passage clicking the pause. So now let's try to solve the passage. Computer security is a contradiction in terms. So why it is a contradiction? Because as you have got the idea from reading the passage, that this passage deals with the issues that we are facing today with computer systems in terms of hacking, in terms of unauthorized access to various computer systems. So computer security is a contradiction in terms. Now consider the past year. So consider the past year differently? No, it doesn't make sense. So consider the past year alone. Alone will fit this blank because it is saying that consider the past year itself. Cyber thieves stole $81 million from the Central Bank of Bangladesh. The 4.8 billion takeover of Yahoo, an internet firm, by Verizon, a telecoms firm, was nearly derailed by 2 dash. So what will come here? Second, if we see tiny, well, tiny is small, it is not tiny. Okay, now loud is used for sound. Now enormous, well, enormous will come here. Enormous is huge. So was nearly derailed by 2 enormous data breaches and Russian hackers dash in the American presidential election. So third is interfered. Well, interfered is intervened. It is true here because Russian hackers have intervened in the American presidential election. Prevented is to prevent something, you already know. Now baffled. Baffled is confused. Well, they didn't confused, therefore it is wrong. And opposed. Opposed is conflicting with each other. They didn't conflicted with each other, they just interfered. That is, they intervened in the American presidential election. Now, from the headlines, that is from all these news, a black market is a black market in computerized extortion. So, what is extortion? Criminal offense of obtaining money or property through force or threats. Now, hacking for hire and stolen digital goods is dash. Now, fourth part, let's see changing. Is it changing? Well, no, it is not changing. Is it failing? No, it is not failing. It is increasing. Okay, pushing, not again. Then what is it? It is booming. So rapid growth. So it is booming. That is, it is rising. The problem is about to get dash. Fifth, what is weak? Weak is feeble. Worse? Well, yes, worse. It is getting worse. The problem is about to get worse. It is worsening day by day. Now, we have other words. This is precinct. It is limit, boundary, or range. Well, it doesn't fit here. Now, lame. As they say, don't give us lame excuses. Okay? And it doesn't also fit here. Now, computers increasingly deal with not just with abstract data like credit card details and databases, but also with the dash world. What does it mean? It means that nowadays computing is just not merely abstraction of data like RAM and ROM devices. What it is today, it is dealing with the what world? It should be real world. That is the world in which we live. If you see options here, solid, no. Then stable, no. Real is your answer. Sensible is also not making a sense here. Therefore, real world of physical objects and vulnerable human bodies. Now, a modern car is a computer on wheels. Well, it is, because nowadays cars are becoming fully computerized, like we have Google cars, etc. An aeroplane is a computer with wings. This is indeed true. The arrival of the Internet of Things, that is connecting all your gadgets, all your day-to-day life gadgets to the internet, will see computers baked into everything from road signs and MRI scanners to prosthetics. So what is prosthetics? So it is the evaluation, fabrication, and custom fitting of artificial limbs, known as prosthesis, or in simple terms, you can say artificial body parts and insulin pumps. There is little evidence that these gadgets will be any more dash than the desktop counterparts. So what does this line mean? It means that desktop counterparts were only sitting at one place, they just did what was programmed to them, but it is comparing with these real world gadgets these days. So let's see the options for 7. Damaging. Well, it is not damaging. Easy. Are they easy? Well, they are not easy, they are complex. Well, trustworthy is here because we can compare in terms of trust to the older desktops with these real worlds. So trustworthy fits here. Trustworthy than their desktop counterpart. What was last? Convenient? Well, it doesn't suit here. Hackers, you can also link from reading the next line, because hackers can hack these real world gadgets. Therefore, these gadgets are no more trustworthy, as it was in case of desktop counterparts. Now, hackers have already proved that they can take remote control of connected cars and pacemakers. Well, this will be a really huge problem. They can even kill a man or ask for some extortion. So, it is tempting to believe that the security problem can be solved with yet more technical wizardry. What is wizardry? It's a great skill. Now, this paragraph must be relating with how we can tackle this problem of hacking. So, it can be tackled with yet more technical wizardry and a call for heightened. What is heightened? Heightened means to become more intense in terms of technical knowledge. So, similar word will place here. Let's read further a bit. And it is certainly true that many firms still dash to take security seriously enough. So we are getting idea. Let's look the options. Control, despair, vigilance. Well, control can come here because we need high control over things. Well, despair is totally negative. Despair is disappointment or frustration. Now, vigilance. Well, vigilance suits better here. Why? Because vigilance means carefulness, guardness, or watchfulness. So this has to be there. Therefore, vigilance will be your answer. And it is certainly true that many firms still dash to take security seriously enough. Deny? Do they deny? Well, they don't deny. Denying is totally saying no to technology. Okay? We left one word. What is mank? Mank is unfulfilled, or you can say in other terms, having failed to become what one might have been. So this was not also the case in case of a raid, because vigilance fits the criteria here as per the context. So, and it is certainly true that many firms still, deny is not there, appear to take security seriously, doesn't suit here. Then we have incite. What does incite means? Incite means to encourage for a violent behavior, like to provoke a crowd to riot. Well, they don't need it because they need security. It is negative to that meaning. So fail is obviously true. It is not they don't deny it, but they fail to take security seriously enough. Now that reduces a kind of cultivated paranoia. Paranoia is madness or insanity, which does not come naturally to non-tech firms. Well, it is true. Non-tech firms are not that much fond of these technological things, whereas it comes naturally to tech firms like IT firms, computers related firms. So companies of all stripes means category. So companies of all categories should dash initiatives. It must be something like take or etc. So let's see the options. Embrace, secure, grab, grip. So it must embrace. As we also say, we have to embrace the consequences. Therefore, embrace initiatives like bug bounty programs. Well, most of the companies are doing that. They offer money when someone finds bug in their programs, whereby firms reward ethical hackers for discovering flaws so that they can be fixed before they are taken advantage of. Now, but there is no way to make computers completely safe. Software is hugely complex. Across its products, Google must manage around 2 billion lines of source code. Errors are inevitable. Surely they are. What is inevitable? Inevitable means certain to happen or unavoidable. The average program has 14 separate vulnerabilities, that is, weaknesses, each of them a potential point of illicit entry. What is illicit? Unauthorized, unlawful entry. Such weaknesses are compounded. Compounded means constitute or make up the history of the internet, in which security was afterthought. So, what is afterthought? That is something that we think when something already happened. So, this is the gist of the passage, and that is how, after reading and getting the idea of the passage, you solve your passage. That was your passage for this session.